The Unsung Leader: How a Supply Chain Manager Saved Our City from Blackout. Diana Chen was the invisible engine of her company. At 42, she managed the complex, unforgiving logistics of a mid-sized electrical component manufacturer in rural Pennsylvania. Her job was purely numbers and efficiency, optimizing shipping routes, forecasting delays, and making sure the right part got to the right power plant on time. She was accustomed to pressure, but always behind the scenes. Her anonymity ended on a Tuesday in January. A catastrophic cyber attack, traced globally but executed locally, crippled the digital infrastructure of the regional power grid. The entire metro area, home to 3 million people, was plunged into a rolling, unpredictable blackout. Traditional emergency systems, reliant on digital communication, failed. Chaos mounted quickly as communication broke down, and essential services like hospitals and water treatment plants struggled to stay online. The city's official Emergency Operations Center, EOC, quickly devolved into a scene of panic and bureaucratic confusion. The mayor and police chief were issuing conflicting orders based on outdated information. Diana, watching the news from home, didn't panic. Her mind, trained to manage complex supply lines under extreme duress, saw not chaos, but a massive logistics failure with human consequences. The key wasn't restoring the grid. The key was distributing the necessary temporary resources: fuel, generators, satellite phones, and medicine, while the grid was down. She knew the EOC was paralyzed by hierarchy. She bypassed it completely. Diana drove straight to her company's warehouse, a non-digital, physical hub of supplies and transportation. She pulled together a small, dedicated team of her most reliable drivers and warehouse staff. Her plan was unorthodox and brilliant: a decentralized paper map supply chain. She established analog communications. She distributed old-school CB radios, walkie-talkies, and runners, creating a robust, non-internet-dependent local network. She ignored titles. She didn't wait for the mayor's authorization. She identified the city's key nodes, the 3 main hospitals and the primary water pump station, and directed her drivers to establish a dedicated, constant fuel shuttle using paper manifests and predetermined routes. She leveraged local knowledge. She bypassed police checkpoints, using her drivers' intimate knowledge of backroads and industrial zones to move essential supplies faster than the official channels could. When the mayor's bewildered staff finally tracked her down at the dimly lit warehouse, Diana wasn't asking for permission. She was demanding cooperation. She had created an efficient, functioning relief system that was holding the city's most critical infrastructure together. "Who authorized this operation, Ms. Chen?" the EOC director asked, his face a mask of official fury and relief. "The necessity of the moment," Diana stated, pointing to a wall covered in color-coded paper maps. "Your system failed because it was optimized for theory. Mine works because it's optimized for physical reality and speed." She stepped into the official EOC, took a permanent marker, and calmly reorganized their chaotic whiteboard. She didn't accept a title. She simply became the chief of operational flow, the one person everyone turned to when they needed an answer that worked. For 72 grueling hours, Diana worked without sleep, managing the flow of everything from insulin to diesel fuel. She became the cool, practical voice of reason in a maelstrom of fear. She used her expert knowledge of where things were, how things moved, and who could move them, turning logistics into life support. When the crisis finally receded and the power flickered back on, the official reports credited government agencies. But the people who were truly involved knew the truth. Diana didn't return to managing widgets. Her success was undeniable. The state government immediately offered her a permanent, high-level role to overhaul their disaster preparedness. A job she accepted, but only on the condition that they adopt her decentralized, local knowledge-first philosophy. Diana Chen proved that in a true crisis, the most valuable leader isn't the one with the highest title or the biggest ego, but the unsung expert who can master the physical reality of the problem. She had traded her invisible role in component supply for the undeniable, tangible role of a community savior.